From a lot of the data mining that I did a couple of years back, that we have a lot of non-members that do actually attend events. We don't have a good way of tracking it. These guys will pull in about $50,000 a year, and we don't know if they actually convert to become a member, just leave, attend 10 events, attend one. We don't know. There is a way to pull non-members out of events. So in Chamber Master, you can run a report and see what it is. And then there will be some contact information here. Now, in conjunction with pulling that report, Tiffany does reach out to non-members personally, right, getting business cards and things, and then goes to try and get a meeting with them or have a conversation with them. What I was thinking too is, can we get this thing into a drip campaign specifically for non-members? That way they're hit, on a periodic basis, help that with that conversion rate to become a member.
Yes.
I know Chamber Master has this facility, but you guys also have constant contact.
The drip is something we had learned through Shannon Martindale at the Conroe Chamber. She's no longer there. She and I had all the emails of each day's drip. I have it in my folder that I can send to you, and you can set that up. It's like a 9-day drip campaign.
Yes.
Awesome. Would you be okay to go to like a 6-month campaign?
Maybe it's more than that, but it was something Shannon and I just
Whole
saved
year.
all the emails, and I'm like,
It's a really good one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a drip campaign that it just automatically sends. I think every maybe it sends it out like for 3 weeks, and then it goes again in 6 months and does it again, just to make sure that there's touch.
What we can do, so staff and me and Carrie too, I think we need to use more technology. We need to really leverage technology, because like it would be really silly for us to go and log into Chamber Master, produce the file, give it to Tiffany. Tiffany looks at it. That's manual. There's got to be much better ways that we can automate this, so that we're pulling that report straight out of Chamber Master. It goes directly into the drip campaign automatically.
Right, we were meeting with Chamber Master on Friday, so this is great timing.
Yeah, whether it's through Chamber Master or through Constant Contact or
Chamber
both.
Master.
Okay, because I know Constant Contact does the same thing. We just got to build the pathway so that the file goes over. But either way, $50,000 is a lot of money from people we don't even know. So I'm not saying we don't know, but we don't really track. Like I can't say 50% converted over. I don't know. So getting these guys to become paid members is probably the easiest, because we attracted a whole bunch in 2025. Tons of them. Every event that we have has non-members. Yeah, and even like networking events, you have tons of them. So I think that's a good source of just building up new members. The second is holding networking events. Remember way back in 2022, 23, I built those little data tables where I showed concentrations of members. So we still don't really do much way out on I-10. We do near us, but further out towards Highway 6, we don't.
Oh, it's called
But we don't do these types of networking events, the non-branded, so to speak, right? Non-featured. We don't really do that. We don't do much in the gallery. We have, but we don't do as many. So,
except Ryan.
yes, I'm gonna do these. So I don't mind driving all the way up to I-10 and 6, and then doing some in the gallery in San Felipe area. And what we've kind of talked about it is the idea is just having one more. Right? We already do networking events. We're gonna have one more during the month, starting March-ish, and I will find places that can hold us, and it'll be mostly bars, restaurants.
Great down to one, by the way. Very good spot.
Awesome. So this will just be another funnel, right, for new members. Then the last one, I know I didn't get a chance to really flesh this one out. This is much more long-term, a 3 to 5 year plan. We are top-heavy in banks and healthcare for a good reason. Not only are they in our backyard, they're our primary supporters. So the vast majority of the money that we bring in comes from sponsorships and memberships, healthcare and banking. Building a pipeline this will take a couple years, building a pipeline of qualified vendors and other resources for you guys and ladies, I think would be a huge benefit. I could be wrong, but if you were, like Steve, if you were looking for a software provider, like 5 years down the road, for helping with loans, helping with loan expansion, if we produced that type of member, wow, what a benefit, right?
Are you meaning like a certified vendor?
Not certified,
Like with the city kind of thing? No.
Not like that, not like that. Just a trusted procurement process. Yeah, trusted. So for example, let's say that, let's say Kay was heard about somewhere, in Methodist, there's, they're gonna make a change. Maybe they're leaving Epic, right? Or something. We could bring, I know. Well, you never know, right? Something bigger and better than Epic could come out, right? And e-healthcare is all cheap. Well, what if we had people in the chamber already that was the next big thing? I'm just an example. Let's say Oracle came out with some really awesome healthcare product that just blows away Epic. I don't know if it'll happen, maybe, right? Maybe. Or they introduce a chatbot inside of Epic, but it's with a third party. And we bring that third party in, right? So you get to see a demo before anybody else. I'm just saying that down the road, this type of pipeline would be something we can build. It takes time and effort, but ultimately, as long as it benefits you guys, where's Patrice? As long as it benefits the healthcare and banking community, I think it would be a huge benefit, right?
Great momentum with marketing, and so it's a great opportunity to see some of that momentum. So our goal is to increase chamber brand awareness and visibility, which will overall strengthen our brand. Some of the actions we talked about were maybe some promotional posts, like to go ahead and queue those up maybe twice a month. We can do like what are the benefits for someone that has joined the chamber. We also talked a lot about like networking and relationship building, so connections with other businesses. We can give them access to some of the events. We already do a great job with newsletters, so we can leverage that to do a lot of information sharing. We also talked about just the marketing and visibility with our directory and making sure that that's always up to date. We also talked about the importance of sometimes people join the chamber, but they don't always seize all the opportunities, and so making sure they really appreciate we can promote their business. We also have opportunity to sponsorship of events. We also think we can do a lot of social media features, like something similar to like business spotlights. And then we strongly feel like that joining the chamber also increases your credibility and trust to consumers, because we should be that trusted advisor. And then we also talked about the other kind of big umbrellas, just education and business resources, kind of access to seminars, workshops, any topics of interest, specifically if you're an entrepreneur, whether it's HR or employment law things, or anything that you feel like that a small business owner might need. And then we talked a lot about mentorship. Sometimes, some of these small business owners, they really need a mentor, like you could pair them with other kind of businesses or people that strongly could give them some advice. So we felt like we could definitely tag team some mentorship specifically from a marketing standpoint. And then of course it's always like advocacy for state and local things, just to leverage that voice. And then helping build their mission and vision. Sometimes, for small businesses, they join, but they also need some enhancement with vision and mission, and kind of making sure they got the right statements, telling their story of what they offer. And then I think I talked about, the chamber is a trusted advisor. That's what we got.
So this was really helpful because Lynn said, what is your social media focused on? It's very event promo. And so we're like, okay, we want to express the benefits of the chamber. And I'm like, what are the benefits?
Yeah.
So we went through and discussed, and so it's like there's lots to work with here.
We're gonna put them up on the wall.
And Emily was already all over it, like she already had a list and was already telling me like some of the benefits, so we're in good hands.
Set a plan and know what the budget is, set a plan. That's a budget for profitability, and that entails expenses, how you manage those throughout the process. So setting a plan, budgeting is very, very important, and figuring out how you're going to get to that budget. Earlier you started with that. We thought about leveraging the foundation. That's something new, and maybe kind of helps align. Maybe it's something we can do at each of the events. Something that can kind of bring that to the fold for everybody that's there. So this is the chamber event, but we're also also supporting the Chamber Foundation, which is gonna be good things, whether it's scholarships or whatever. So we need to have a plan for what the foundation is to accomplish before we add that in there as well. And then sunset procedure, which is really just post-event, taking a look after each event, finding out what went right, what went wrong, you know, just evaluate that event on all of those levels. You know, what was it a quality event? Did it meet our profitability goals? Did it meet condition? What have you for that event? And if something is not meeting those goals, then we have to decide, is that an event that we can fix, or is that an event we just need to maybe do something else?
Put it to pasture.
That event, put it out to pasture. We talked about, and again, researching additional sources of revenue and partners. And maybe is this maybe other events, Richard? What is that?
Yeah, we were also gonna create and have other events that we don't yet have in place, but they'd be in the bullpen. And over, as time would go on, we'd look at them and kind of just have that and say, oh, this good, because if any of the stuff that we had didn't work and we decided to get rid of, at least we can say, well, we've done some research on this other one that we think is gonna be really good.
And that's when Richard comes up with a pickleball tournament.
There you go. Cornhole. Somebody mentioned the tree lighting. We were just talking about that because we had the gala at the Hyatt. Really nice facility, and I think that makes a big difference too. Just having a quality facility and a location like that to have the event.
Yeah.
But it ended up being on a night when they moved the tree lighting out there, and it was just packed with people, something beyond our control. But then we're like, a tree lighting.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with
Well, I was
asking
like, no,
every quarter
something. I said,
partner.
obviously,
Right?
it
I know.
attracted a ton of people.
Yeah.
Then I know they.
We were challenged with how can we increase our member involvement. Some of the things that we discussed are like member testimonials, like social media, reporting people, talking about being a member of the Houston West Chamber, what it's meant to them, what it's brought to them, just the testimonial
And
perspective.
you can highlighting the members that are more involved. Because then when someone calls Carrie, it's like, hey, what do I have to pay for that? Oh, they're calling from the most involved members. They're gonna get the most value.
Yeah. Reporting orientation, making people understand ROI. Like the more you put in, the more you're gonna get out of it. Do what? Like just like the
I know
Jets.
they say not to use that in IOM, but I'm like, but it makes sense.
Right. But if you're a brand new small business owner, you may have no idea about this. So that's a good opportunity. We brought up the foundation and the potential engagement from those that have never been involved with the chamber. Just looking at the foundation as a way to potentially draw in new people that may have interest.
Oh, so this one, I think I started talking about how can we get our own board members to be more involved, and then we can probably expand that to our general membership. But if we know that our board members should be registering for the events pretty early on, then maybe board members who are going to be in attendance go to the staff, so we might need to push back, but to say, here's who we have that's registered already. These 5 people, these 10 people, however many, are new members, or they've been a member but they haven't been around in a while. So then the board members say, okay, we're going to divide and conquer. I'll take these 3, you take these 3, and we'll either call or email them, or just at the event say, I wanted to personally introduce myself. I'm so glad that you're here. But we should be at the events anyways.
For the most part, I mean, I'm not gonna figure out every single one of them, but for the most part, there is more participation at every one of them, so I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was your idea, Susan.
Yeah, so getting more detailed about our target audience throughout the event. So like for the marketing summit, it's just top of mind, so it's like we're going back to that. We decide we are targeting, or this event is ideal for the owners of small and medium businesses and individuals who are in marketing. Some of those people are gonna have like a sales and a marketing hat, especially if they're in a small business. But then you can say, oh, business owner, you can't come, but you can tap your marketing person. Or maybe it's a marketing person from MD Anderson who comes, but it's not Laura. So I think that can help our members really understand which event is best for them or someone in their organization.